My City, what's up? It is Big Mike here. It's time for Big Mike's Open Mic. Excited to get Blair in the studio today. She's at Comedy Works South at Landmark. We got Blair Socci. How are you?
What's up, Mike? What a pleasure it is to be here. Thank you.
Pleasure to be here with you. How's your morning going?
It's going pretty well. Just, trucking and driving, talking to the people.
They're just trucking you all over Colorado.
Getting everybody ready for the show tonight.
Well, we got a nice weekend. I mean, we're smack dab in the middle of summer. I mean, and I heard Comedy Works has some good AC. It's a good reason to come out and check out some comedy.
Oh, it's chilly in there. Although the show last night was a blaze, everybody. It was electric.
You brought the fire.
Oh my gosh, the walls were shaking. Yeah, I expect the same tonight. I'll be honest with you.
Now, is this true? Were you sponsored as a child by Coca-Cola?
Oh, yes, when I was 4.
Fact?
No, that's a real fact. Yeah. I was downhill skiing and I didn't know that was going to happen. I was just like following my family down the hill, and it was like a thing that you had to register for, and then it came in the mail that I like a bunch of sunglasses and all this stuff, and I had a 1 year long Coca-Cola sponsorship.
You were like the fastest downhill skier
in California when I was 4. Yes, many moons ago.
You had the choice between Olympics and comedy, and I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, I guess so. I think so. I don't like to be cold, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then we might have to turn off the AC at Comedy Works tonight. Sorry. Well, those tickets are comedyworks.com. What's been going on with you?
What's been going on with me, Mike? I don't know. I've just been traveling around our good nation, entertaining the people, showing them what a weird girl's like, and lots of planes, podcasts, cartoons, auditions here, there, yada, yada, yada.
You got me down a musical kind of, what was it called? I was loophole, just sitting here going down the rabbit hole music. Alice Coltrane. Alice Coltrane.
Oh, wow, you really did your research, Mike.
Because I mean, you've talked about when you've been diagnosed with autism, and I think you were going on the road with Mark Maron.
Yes.
And he introduced this music, so I'm like, is this who? And so I didn't know who it was, and I started listening. I'm like, it's such soothing music.
Yes, it's so it's so mystical. It reminds, every time I listen to it, it reminds me of like psychedelic trips. But yeah, I had no idea who Alice Coltrane was, and the way that Mark tours, he's so humble about it. Like, does these theaters, but it's a different city every night, and then we would drive between each city, so I'd be in these long car rides, and he was very kind. He is very into music, but he would be like, what's gonna sound good to you, between the shows, and he showed me Alice Coltrane, and now I love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Didn't just pull out heavy metal and just throw Slayer at you
as
you're
Slayer.
This.
He loves rock though, and then he has great stories. Like, tell me, as he'd be like, this song was. I remember hearing this for the first time in the parking. He's talking about in high school when he remembers everyone blasting Van Halen in the parking lot.
Right.
Yeah.
I've heard comedians talk about different cities and different. Obviously there's different audiences where you're at. Do you have a region or where like this crowd is like my perfect crowd, like they feel me the most, or is it kind of universal? Like how's that feel for you when you're on the road?
I have to say Denver, and I'm not pandering right now because I'm autistic and I never would do that.
You're not going to say this in like Alabama next week.
You can be sure that I will not. And anyone who wants to follow up, maybe your fact-checking department can follow up on the press I do in Alabama next week. But I do love Denver audiences so much, and I, along with all my comedian friends, everyone always looks forward to coming to Denver because they're smart audiences and comedy audiences. Is a really great comedy town, and just like up on comedy, the local scene's really good. There's a lot of good comics coming out of here, so it's just so fun. And Comedy Works, like some of the best clubs in the country.
So I have this comedy cap here, and it's all questions that previous comedians have added. Now, there was this thing where like 5 weeks in a row, everybody kept grabbing Michael Yo's question. So I had to remove it. But but it was actually a really good question. I'm going to ask it regardless. The question was, who was the first comedian or person that took a chance on you, like when you were starting comedy and brought you on the road?
It was Ron Funches.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I toured with Ron Funches for 6 years, and before I toured with Marin and Jesselnick and stuff. But yeah, Ron was the first person who saw me and thought that I had something interesting to offer, and our styles of comedy really complemented each other. Like, or I should say that. His audiences like what I had to bring because they're like weirdos,
Yeah.
and I'm very peculiar. So we meshed very well, and he gave me so many opportunities coming up, and yeah, I'm so lucky.
Well, I mean, he was just on the Trader Show, and that show. The reaction he was getting from the audience is what made him decide to see. Like, he found out that he had autism.
Yes.
Because people were writing and be like, man, thanks for saying. And he's like, I'm not autistic.
Yeah,
and he's like,
yeah.
oh, I am. Like he found out from that show.
When that all was happening, because I had got diagnosed maybe 10 months before that all happened. And he called and asked me for my doctor and got evaluated. And we both this doctor that we both went to is very comprehensive. Like, it was an 8-week evaluation. And so, yeah, I'm glad that all ended up so well for him, because it was really hard to watch, especially because I was a huge Traders fan. So when I found out he was going on, I was just like beyond excited. And I thought that what he said about Portia, it was like he did get unfairly harangued for that, because she did say something that was like very suspicious.
She was what did he call it? Not the murderer. What was it? It was the guilty or whatever. Yeah.
And so him being so chastised for being wrong, he thought instinctually that was correct, but I was hard to watch, and then I am glad that it turned around and everyone swung back in his favor and realized. Yeah.
I saw he came to Comedy Works South, and I saw, because I never watched Traders, and he was talking about it the whole time.
Yeah.
So then I watched it, and I'm like, I thought she was guilty because she was acting guilty or whatever. Like,
yeah.
She was saying guilty things. So,
totally.
So it made me watch the show, and I mean, he was perfectly fine on it, but it was just awesome to get to see it, because the way he talked, I thought he was gone by like episode 2. I was like, okay, good. He made it pretty deep in.
Yeah, I mean, my autistic Italian ass is loyal to the death, so I stopped watching the episode he got off.
Yes, it didn't matter who won after that. That's loyalty right there.
Yeah.
All right, so I would love if you could pick a question, answer it, and I would love if you could add a question to the hat, please.
Okay. Hey, This question is from Monty Franklin. What was the turning point in your career in stand-up where you went from trying to do this and you realized, oh, I'm doing this? Okay. I guess, well, I got on a TV show 2 years into stand-up, an MTV show that I just it was a very odd scenario, fate of events. I met a casting director at a party who I didn't know was a casting director, went to an audition, left my temp job in the middle of the day at lunch, a computer coding job that I lied to get, and went to the audition, and I was like the only one without agents and managers, and I ended up getting it. And then I was on a TV show, and then I had already been doing stand-up. And then it was sort of like, oh, this is my career, when I never had planned for it to be my career. But I also was hooked like the second I started it.
When you never went back to the coding office,
Yeah.
you realized this
I
is
didn't
it.
go back until it was, because after I got it and then we shot it and then I had to wait till it aired and stuff. So
The way the bills work out, they were still there.
Until it aired is when I left. But yeah, it was really a crazy scenario. And then I was like, okay, I'm really doing this.
Well, that's awesome. Now, I would love if you could add a question, serious question, funny question, something that you would ask a stand-up comedian.
What is the first thing that your family said when they saw your comedy?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love that question. That's awesome. We're at you're going to be tagged randomly, hopefully here in the next couple weeks. That's going to be added to the cap. Get your tickets right now, comedyworks.com. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Mike. And see you tonight. It's going to be a hot one, baby.